This entire video that I created, I did it and I had this like thing on my eyelid the whole time, but guys, I'm not making this over. It was all the information you need to know about creating a meal plan, so sorry if it's distracting that I have like this crazy thing on my eye, but like it's gone. Thanks for watching. Hi guys, my name is Ashley Salvatori from 24karatketo.com. Thank you for coming to my channel and welcome back. If you're new here, be sure you hit that subscribe button. I have tons of tips and tricks for the ketogenic, low carb, high fat lifestyle. So today we are talking about how to create a ketogenic or low carb meal plan to help you stay on track to reaching your goals. Okay, so if you're just getting started with the keto diet, I do have a video that explains a beginner's guide on how to get started on this whole lifestyle. I'll pop the card little thing right up here. You can check that out after this video is done. But to get into this topic, so a meal plan. You're probably just getting started and you're confused and you're not sure what you should be eating or how much to eat or all of those things. So the cool thing with the ketogenic diet is that you will be able to get started on this and you're gonna find you're gonna end up eating less as you go. At first though, you might be eating more. And it's really important to listen to your body's signals and to eat when you are hungry and not eat when you are not hungry. Now this can make it a little bit more challenging when you're creating a meal plan because you don't want to force yourself to eat, but you're trying to get into those macros, right? You're trying to get into those macronutrients, which are fats, proteins, and carbohydrates. You want a specific percentage of those so that you stay on balance, which is typically 70 to 75% fat and as low as 5% of your total calories coming from carbs. And so creating a meal plan, you can start out by putting in the foods that you're going to be eating and developing a plan for your entire week so that you know you will be on track and you know what to get at the grocery store, all of those things. So if you're creating your very own meal plan, I recommend that you pick up some sort of planner type of thing where it's laid out for you in days and it's kind of straight down like this. The reason I recommend this is because you have your full week ahead and you can kind of make your plan so that on Monday you know you're eating, Tuesday, Wednesday, but it's also, I really like this because it's split up with 3 different meals. Ideally with the ketogenic diet, you want to have 2 meals a day, at the most 3 meals a day, and you don't want to be snacking in between meals. You want to have larger meals with less snacking because the longer you can go in between your meals, the better for a low carb type of plan, the ketogenic type of plan. When your body is burning fat for fuel, those breaks in between your meals is when your body is really going to be metabolizing that fat and burning the fat on your body, which you want, right? So you don't want to be grazing all day long. That's not good for the keto diet. Now for a low fat diet, low calorie diet, they recommend that you eat like every 2 hours, and that's because you want to avoid spikes where you end up binging later on. You won't have that issue with the keto diet, which is amazing, and it makes it fit really well into people's lives. So when you're developing your plan, your meal plan for the week, you want to separate it out into those meals that you're going to have. So if you're going to be doing intermittent fasting with this, you might be able to actually do 2 meals a day instead of 3, which is amazing. If not, you can do your first meal, plan out the time, put in the time on your calendar. So if you pick up a calendar like I have, and I'll put the link in comments below so you can check out the one that I have, but if you put in here the time, so you're gonna wake up and this is what you're gonna eat for these 3 meals. A lot of times with the keto diet, people will have like a bulletproof coffee or like a fat coffee as their first meal. It's super easy and it's high in fat and it's low in protein and it's low in carbohydrates. So as your very first meal after breaking your fast, a bulletproof type of coffee, which is basically just butter, and you can add stevia to that and hot coffee, and you blend that up. You can even add MCT oil to that. You can add some coconut oil to that, whatever you prefer, but that will get you your first meal that you know is gonna set your macros up for success the rest of the day because it's very high in fat and very low in the other macronutrients. then what you want to do is you want to get an app, like a carb manager app, which I really like, or MyFitnessPal. And you want to plan your week ahead, and you want to pre-enter all of the foods in ahead of time so that you can see what your total calories will be, what your macronutrients will be at the end of the day based on how you eat. And what you can do is you can do it, just maybe create a perfect day for yourself. Put in all of the foods that you need to eat. Like, let's say your second meal is going to be a salad with lettuce, with tuna, with mayo. On top of that, with some olives, some cheese, and maybe some apple cider vinegar and some olive oil. You put that into the app as your meal 2. Your first meal is the bulletproof coffee, and then your third meal, whatever you're making for your family for dinner, you then plan that out with the ketogenic lifestyle in mind. Maybe you're making steak that night, or on this specific night that you're planning into your app. You do the steak, you add garlic butter to the top of your steak. Maybe you have either like string beans on the side with some more butter on that, or like salad, or some cauliflower mash with butter and cheese. Enter that all into your apps until you have it perfect. Your day is perfect, and you know you have a perfect day ahead of time on what you're gonna do. So then you put that in on your day, and then what you can do is you can make that same exact day maybe on Thursday. And so instead of having to think about, I need 7 different days of food to eat, a lot of times what's gonna happen is you're gonna get into the habit of eating a lot of the same type of foods often, and that is totally okay. Okay, so when you make a perfect day, use that day for a couple days or even 3 days of your week. Maybe change around a couple things, like maybe you want to swap out whatever you had for lunch that day with something different but have the same dinner, and that sort of thing. So Pinterest has a ton of ideas of different things, foods that you can eat. On my website, 24karatketo.com, I have recipes that are coming in regularly. My goal is to build up my recipe section on there. But I also have, if you don't want to go through the hassle of trying to figure out how to create a meal plan for yourself, because I know that can be such a huge, overwhelming struggle for a lot of people. So if you go to my website, 24karatketo.com, there is a link for meal plan. If you click that, there are pre-made meal plans for you that you can get if that is something that you want, instead of having to create this all for yourself. And it's all low carb, ketogenic friendly, 5 ingredients. Literally, it will take you, like, at most per meal that you make, plus the recipes, and then tons of recipes there as well for you. So all of these tools are just something to help you in the ketogenic lifestyle to set yourself up for success. So if you are someone who likes to really plan ahead and get it all ready to go so that you have it and you know that you're on track and you're doing everything the way you're supposed to do, then that's what I would recommend you do. If you're a beginner and you're not sure how to structure a meal plan, I would say go to my website, click on those meal plans, get a meal plan set up for you so that you know what to eat, and it's all laid out until you learn how to do it yourself, and then you can start gaining the confidence to start building your own type of meal plan that works into your life. Now, some people don't even use meal plans and just like to just say, okay, I'm up this morning, I'm having my fat coffee, and then what do I want for lunch? And then they basically just make sure that every meal that they eat is within the macro balance that they should be, and they just track it as they go. Now, this has a little bit more risk because a lot of times you'll get to the end of the day, maybe you won't have as much fat that you should have. You might have too much protein. It might just not be balanced as it could be. It might not be as perfect as it could be. But there is also, as a beginner, you have a little bit of leeway because you're just learning. You don't want to overwhelm yourself. You're not going to be perfect at first. If that is the way you're doing it, if you're just doing it daily, what you're going to find is you're going to have a little bit more calories initially. And what I recommend, even if you are following a meal plan, I recommend if you are hungry, you definitely should listen to your body and you should eat something, because your body is shifting metabolisms. You're starting to burn fat for fuel, and that shift is doing a lot of changes. So you got to listen to your body, and your body is going to be making this transition, the last thing you want to do is not listen to your hunger signals and then give in to like a donut later in the day. So listen to your hunger signals, follow them as a guide. Eventually what you want to do is just only eat when you're hungry. Like listen to your body. A lot of people can find that intermittent fasting becomes easier because they're not hungry throughout the day, and so a lot of people will do like a 16-8 intermittent fast, which means they have their last meal at 8 p.m. and their first meal at noon the next day, and then they just eat in that little window of time, and it works out really well for them, and it helps you reach your goals, but it also has a ton of other benefits as well. So when you get started on this, if you're trying to structure a meal plan, I recommend you pick up some sort of journal where you can lay out your day into like 3 sections or 2 sections, and you can enter everything into an app and then put it into your calendar so that it's set up perfectly for the week ahead, and then go grocery shopping, pick up everything you need, and then get it like that. And now if you want a pre-made meal plan, I have it set up for you on 24karatketo.com. Click on the meal plans and you're good to go there. So it's really whatever you want to do. So thanks guys for watching this video. I hope it helps you in your ketogenic journey. Congratulations on getting started on this lifestyle, and thanks for watching this video. Be sure if you're new here to hit that subscribe button and take